I do apologise in advance, I'm sorry, but my microphone on this video is about as useful as a Vestel screen. Hello, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello, where are we? We're down there. Hiya. Plans have changed today. Today was going to be not coming in to do anything at all, and this is the warmest room in the village at the moment. So I think I'm going to stay in here and do some stuff. What happened to the weather? My goodness, the weather is absolutely atrocious. We've got gale force winds and we're being flooded outside. When I say, I mean we are expecting floods, but not on the level where I am. I'm quite high up, but. Down in the village, it's not looking good. I didn't even know this weather was forecast. It really is atrocious. So I don't know where you're watching in the world and in the UK, but I hope you haven't got this. I was supposed to be having a day of tea, coffees and cakes with old colleagues, followed by beers and curries tonight, and it's all been cancelled, obviously, because this is just atrocious. So I thought I'd just say hello. And every Christmas I set up an appeal. I'll get to that in a second. But I want to talk about the Richer Sounds thing. People are saying, why aren't you talking about the Richer Sound things? Well, it's legal things now. I'm totally and utterly shocked by what has happened. I'm not going to go into too much detail here until I hear back from my legal people. But about half a dozen people, not many. I mean, if you take 6 people out of the thousands that watch the videos, but 6 people got in contact with me to say they've tried to buy this, what was classed as a Black Friday bargain 75-inch Iowa TV, and they couldn't seem to purchase it. So I thought I wanted to scrounge one first, because I've always had a good relationship with Richer Sounds. I've bigged them up for over 10, 15 years. But they were having none of the scrounging. They weren't going to send one. So I decided to buy one for the channel. But then 6 people got in contact with me and said, you won't be able to buy one. You'll never get it. So I made a phone call and I recorded it. Now, thank you very much to over 1,000 people that did like it. That wasn't clickbait. The idea was, if enough people are interested, I will make the video and let you hear the recording. Quite a few people got in contact with me and said, you got to watch the legalities of that. And I appreciate that. Yes, I know about the legalities of that sort of thing. In fact, I did decide, probably an hour after I recorded it, that I wasn't going to use it after all. This is before any further rigmarole that's been going on, only because it puts the salesperson in a bad light, and this is not the salesperson's fault. It's the way they are trained. And Richer Sounds have admitted they've had to do further training following my phone call and following some of your comments about this particular TV. Richer Sounds were aware of the fact I'd made the phone call. They knew I'd recorded it. They went to listen to it. They didn't listen to my recording, but they listened to their own recording because they do record the phone calls. And they said to me, we'd appreciate it if you didn't use the recording. Well, as I said earlier, I wasn't going to, because this is a Richer Sounds training thing, not necessarily a problem with the salesperson. It would have picked on the salesperson, more on the management that are in charge of training them. So I did decide not to. But then Richer Sound said, please don't use it, otherwise we'll use legal action. And please don't talk about it, or we'll use legal action. So if I was to speak about anything to do with the recording, from what I was told in the recording from the salesperson, then also they would consider taking legal action. Now, that's not necessarily something they can do, but I'm not making videos to upset people. That's not what this channel is for. But I can tell you this much. I will not be using Richer Sounds again. I will not recommend them again. Something stinks about this. They have sent me an email which I can use, explaining that they apologise for what I was told and it was incorrect, and they are going to do further training, and I will use that. They've given me permission to use that. When I make this proper video, I will use that. But there are other things that I want to say which is not quite right, and me as a customer, and I was a customer, I was buying stuff from them regularly, and I wanted for the channel this 75-inch Iowa, and I didn't get it. And lots of people have said they didn't get it either, and it's never been in store. So, well, it's not been in my local store anyway. I'd love to hear from you if you've seen it in any of your stores. So I am bitterly, bitterly disappointed with the outcome of this, even though I'm pleased they're going to do better training, because the whole idea of this video, it just stemmed from the original email, the advert about Black Friday, which I thought, this is not right. This is not Richer Sounds. This is more the stuff that Argos would do. And I just raised a concern on the channel. And then Richer Sounds discovered the channel and the concern and got in contact. We're very polite, and they've always been very polite. But I'm not happy with the response. I'm not happy with their legal threats. And we'll wait and see what the further outcome is. I'm not happy with the way. Not from a channel's point of view, from me as a customer. I wanted that television. I wanted to be able to have it on the bench now or up on the wall here and say to you, this is the TV. We'll put it on the bench, we'll have a look. Not been able to do that. I'd got the cash. I wanted to go in store and buy it. But no. Anyway, so that's where we are with Richer Sounds at the moment. I can say no more. I will say some more, but I can't say any more at the moment. All to say that this does stink. And I've gone right off them. I have. So anyway, there will be an update within a week, well, before Christmas, of what's going to go, of what has happened, and I'll be upfront and honest with you. But it's not right. It is very strange. But anyway. Richer Sounds are still a great company. Lots of people love them and will continue to use them and get good service from them. And that's what Richer Sounds do stand for. There's just something that's left a bad taste in my mouth from the minute I saw that email to present day. I'm still not happy, and I still stand by what I said and what I've said on the channel so far. But anyway, that's not why I got in contact. I've got in contact to moan about the weather. As I say, I was going to have beers and curries and coffees today, but it's all been cancelled because of the naff weather. Every year I do a little bit of a Christmas appeal for those people that really do, rigorously and religiously watch the channel. I mean, I know out of 2,000 people that watch a video, there's only a small percentage, probably 5% of those that do donate, and I know who you are. And I shall be putting your names at the end of videos, because there's something I want to buy, Christmas appeal, and this gives me an opportunity to actually do a video on Christmas Day, because I don't know about you, I find Christmas Day such an anticlimax. The build up to it is rather magical, but the actual day itself is a little bit dull, unless you've got 100 kids and family surrounding you. So I will do a video on Christmas Day, and I'd like to unbox and have a look at this. This is what I want to buy the channel this year with your help. It's an oscilloscope. It will come in handy for more detailed clock line discoveries. It will also, I mean, I've got an analog oscilloscope, but it's these things are old, and some of this new stuff is nice. So I'd like the channel to have this for Christmas if we can. It will also, I mean, it does everything a multimeter can do, but also it will let me find if main boards and T-cons are outputting a video signal. But one of the biggest faults we've been getting in over the last year or two, of course, is TVs coming in with backlights on and no picture. I would say it's probably 70-80% of faults at the moment. So this oscilloscope would really come in handy. They're priced about £200. They can be a little bit cheaper. I'm going to buy it from eBay rather than AliExpress, because if I get it from AliExpress, it won't arrive in time unless I can order it tomorrow or whatever. So for those people that always buy the channel a cup of coffee, if you've already bought the channel a cup of coffee this month, by the way, then thank you. I know a few people have, and I'm going to put their names on the end of this video. And every time I make a video over the next 10 days, we'll do an update calculation to see if we've hit the £200 mark. And I'll name the people, if you don't mind being named, for those that have been extremely generous. If you don't want to be named, just say it when you make the donation, and I'll just do a thank you and just put the amount that you've donated. And hopefully we can buy this oscilloscope then and do an opening. It won't be a live opening, but I will record it Christmas morning and put it out Christmas afternoon after you've stuffed yourself with turkey and all those goodies. The only thing I'd like to say is, please, if you are going to make a donation for the Christmas appeal, can you please only make it through PayPal? A lot of people like doing the YouTube super thanks, but that money won't come through until the end of January. And I'm going to try and get this money together, the £200, over the next 10 days so we can do it for Christmas Day. So I will put up the details. Obviously, I will have already put up the email address. That's the PayPal address. It comes up with Donna's name, my partner, so don't worry if you don't see my name. If you see Donna's name, that's correct. It's absolutely fine. And so can we distribute your cup of coffee funds this month towards buying the channel and the oscilloscope? That will be really nice. And for the next 10 videos, or the next 10 days worth of videos, I will do updates and a grand total. And once we've hit the £200 mark, I shall buy it. I'll just put up on screen again the oscilloscope I want to buy, just in case there's anybody out there that says, "Oh, you can get a better one than that for your money." Always love your advice when it comes in. So yes, but this is the one I've been pointed to, and this is the one that can help me do the things that I really want to do for the clock lines and for the video signals from the T-cons and the main boards. But if there's a better one for the money, point it out to me, and we'll gladly change if a lot of people think that there is a much better one than this. I'm not really au fait with them, but I'm going to be as from Christmas Day with your help. So that's about it. At the end of this video, we'll put up the grand total because I've stuck £10 in. A couple of people have already made some donations today or yesterday for the coffee appeal. So I think we're starting with 23 quid already. But the details at the end of this video, and every time I make a video, would be nice to see that total go up a little bit here and there. Thank you very much to all those people that support the channel. You know who you are. And on a regular basis, and I gratefully appreciate it. And as I say, the coffee appeal and the Christmas appeal this year, please straight to PayPal if you'd be so kind, as I say, because the YouTube super thanks, if you make one today, it won't get to me until the end of January, early February. So I'm trying to get this funds for the oscilloscope tied up in the next 10 days, if that is possible. There's a couple of videos I'm going to do today, even though I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to have a day off, but I'm going to strip down that smash screen Hisense nonsense that I got yesterday, because the parts inside are worth something, so I'll strip that down. We'll have a bit of fun with that. And if the wind and the rain stop, I will try and get something out of... I have a workshop in the house. But it's too windy and it's too wet even to drag something 20 metres at the moment. I'm surprised you can't hear it blowing this workshop around. If it calms down a little bit, then I can grab a Samsung, and I've got a Samsung with only half a picture I want to sort out tonight. So I will put some content out, and I'll keep updating the total for the appeal. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and do some vacuuming and tidy this place up, because it's an absolute mess. Thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you very much for your support. I really am enjoying the channel at the moment. Sometimes the content is a little bit boring because it's the same old either backlights or clock lines, but there's nothing I can do about that. But we still have a bit of fun on the side, and I really am enjoying coming in here and doing the bits that I do. I can't do any more than I am at the moment, and for flipping hell's sake, I think I'm making 2 videos a day, and I have done for the last 2 months. So the rest of the time I'm on the road either collecting televisions or repairing them on field calls. So I'm as busy as I possibly can be, and I'm doing as much as I can for the channel. And I'll try and continue to do at least 1 video a day between now and Christmas, and hopefully 2 if I can. But again, thanks for your support, and thank you very much in advance if you're going to make a contribution to the Christmas appeal for this oscilloscope. It really is gratefully appreciated. I'm going to be excited opening that on Christmas Day. It's like a proper Christmas present. And hopefully I'll be able to do an unbox. Well, I will be able to do an unboxing on Christmas Day. So if you like watching the channel, channel. I'll make sure there's something out for you on Christmas Day and probably Boxing Day too. Why stop, for heaven's sake? So thanks again. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye. I drank my coffee. I'll go make another then.